Have you ever felt like your life is stuck? You wake up, go to work, come back home tired, sleep, and then repeat the same routine again and again. Days become weeks. Weeks become years, but nothing changes. This is the story of a man whose life was completely transformed by just 1 hour a day. Daniel was an ordinary office worker. Every morning he woke up at 6:30 a.m., rushed through breakfast, and hurried to catch the bus to work. He worked in a tall office building in the city. Every day was the same. Meetings, emails, deadlines, pressure. His boss was never satisfied. One afternoon during a meeting, his boss slammed a file on the table. "Daniel, this report is late again." Everyone in the room looked at him. Daniel felt embarrassed. He worked harder than most people in the office, but somehow he was always behind. That evening, as he sat alone on the bus going home, he stared out the window and asked himself a painful question. Is this how my life will always be? One night, Daniel returned home completely exhausted. He dropped his bag on the floor and collapsed on the couch. The television was on, but he wasn't watching. His mind was heavy. He thought about the dreams he once had. When he was younger, Daniel wanted to start his own business. He wanted to build something meaningful, but life happened. Bills came, responsibilities increased, and slowly, his dreams disappeared. That night, he whispered to himself, "Maybe success is only for other people." The next day, something unusual happened. During his lunch break, Daniel walked to a nearby park. There, he saw an elderly man sitting quietly on a bench feeding birds. Daniel sat next to him. For a few minutes, they said nothing. Then the old man suddenly asked, "You look like a man carrying a heavy burden." Daniel laughed softly. "You can see that?" The old man smiled. "I have seen many faces like yours." Daniel sighed and told him everything. His frustrations, his failures, his lost dreams. The old man listened carefully. Then he said something that Daniel would never forget. "Your life is not changing because you are not giving time to the things that can change it." Daniel frowned. "What do you mean?" The old man replied calmly, "Give 1 sacred hour to your dreams every day." Daniel didn't fully understand the advice, but something about it stayed in his mind. The next morning, he woke up 1 hour earlier than usual. Instead of scrolling on his phone, instead of sleeping again, he sat at his desk and began learning about business. Just 1 hour, nothing more. Then he went to work like usual. The next day, he did the same thing. And the next day, and the next day. Slowly, that 1 hour became the most important hour of his life. At first, it was not easy. Some mornings he felt tired. Some days he wanted to quit. His friends laughed when he told them he was waking up early to work on his dreams. They said 1 hour won't change your life. But Daniel kept going. Day after day, week after week, month after month. He studied, he planned, he built small ideas. No one saw the work he was doing, but something powerful was happening. Daniel was changing. 6 months later, something amazing happened. The small business idea Daniel had been building during his sacred hour started growing. At first, it was just a few customers, then more, then even more. Soon, he was earning money from something he had created himself. Exactly 1 year after meeting the old man in the park, Daniel's life looked completely different. His small idea had grown into a real business. He was no longer just an employee. He was a creator, a builder, a leader. One day, he walked past the same park where he met the old man, but the bench was empty. The old man was gone. Daniel smiled and whispered, "Thank you." Here is the truth most people never realize. Success does not appear overnight. It is built slowly, in the hours that no one sees. Most people waste 1 hour every day, scrolling, complaining, waiting. But a few people protect that hour. They invested in learning, in building, in growing. And over time, that single hour becomes the difference between an ordinary life and an extraordinary one. Remember this. Your future is not created in big, dramatic moments. It is created in small, daily choices. 1 hour of learning. 1 hour of discipline. 1 hour of building your dreams. Protect that hour. Because one day, that hour might change your entire life.